Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all my version of a pink smoky eye. But before we get into it, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Alright, first I'm starting with brows. I'm going to brush them out with a spoolie, and I'm taking the Ebin 24-hour eyebrow color gel in Natural Espresso to outline my brows. Now I'm going in with the pencil side of my NikaK New York Eyebrow Pencil, and I'm just filling in any sparse areas of my brows. Now going in with my e.l.f. Wow Brow in the shade Neutral Brown. I'm going over my brows one more time so that they stay put. Now with the flat brush and my matte concealer in the shade NC45, I'm outlining the bottom of my brows to get them crisp and clean. And of course, once I finish outlining, I'm going to blend out and down so that there are no harsh lines. On the top of my brows, I use the LA Pro Conceal in the shade Chestnut to outline. And I do this because when I put my foundation on, those two colors will blend in a little bit more because that chestnut shade is closer to my skin tone than the NC45. Now going into the eyes, I'm taking the Anastasia Subculture palette along with the Makeup Revolution of Patricia Bright Rich in Life palette. And I'm priming my lids with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. This is one that I took out of its original tube and placed in a smaller container. It just makes it easier for me to use it. The white base helps the colors pop on my skin, and once I get it placed on, I like to blend it out with my finger. Now going for my transition shade, I'm taking the shade Biggest Fan from the Patricia Bright palette and placing it in the crease. Next, I go in with the burgundy shade from the Subculture palettes called All Star, and I'm placing that in the crease as well. And I'm making sure that I'm blending very, very well. And all I do is the same thing on the other side. And with this shade, I go in a few times just to make sure I get the color pigmentation that I really, really want. I always make sure that I blend all harsh lines out with a clean blending brush. This helps to make sure that I don't place any extra color on the eye when it's not needed. For my outer V, I'm taking the shade Rowdy from the Subculture palette. It's a really dark purple shade and it's going to bring that smokiness to the look. When I'm doing the outer V, I like to tap the shades in first and then I go in and blend the color out later when everything is placed exactly where I want it. Going back into my crease area, I'm taking the shade Superwoman from the Patricia Bright palette. And just like the outer V shade, I'm tapping it in first and I'm going to smooth and blend it out later. For this next shade, I just wanted to see where I could make the look go, so I went into the peachy shade in the Subculture palette and I'm putting that shade right above that crease color and slightly up into my brow bone, and I'm going to blend it out with that same blending brush. On my lid, I'm taking the Pressed Shadow Diamonds for Breakfast from the Patricia Bright palette and I'm tapping it into my lid with my finger. I find this easier to do when I'm working with this shadow. And with that brush that I used to blend out my outer V shade, I'm just fusing the outer V and my lid shade together to make them seamless so we won't see any harsh lines. I don't really do eyeliner, but I decided to take my e.l.f. Intense Ink eyeliner in the shade Black is Black and just line my eyes really thinly. And since this video is focusing more so on the eyes, I'm going to speed through this foundation routine. This is my everyday makeup foundation routine and I'll link it up in the cards. I do actually have a video on it, so make sure that you check it out. While this is going on, make sure that you're following me on Instagram so you'll be updated about the giveaway that's coming very soon. I'll start posting about it by this weekend, I'm sure. Alright, going back into the eyes, I'm using my NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade Deep, and I'm going to line my bottom lash line. Now I'm taking the shades Roxy, All Star, and Rowdy from the Subculture palette, and I'm putting all of those right under my lower lash line in the same exact places where they are on the top of my eyes. Now I'm taking the Maybeline Great Lash Mascara on my bottom and top lashes. I don't remember which lashes these are, but if I find them and figure it out, I will definitely post it down in the description box below. To add a little more to the look, I went ahead and placed the shade Cube from the Subculture palette in my inner corners. Of course, I'm taking my chestnut lip liner from MAC to line my lips. That's my favorite lip liner of all time. I recently got the new, well, fairly new Anastasia 5-piece undressed lip set, and I'm going to take the shades Mute and Peachy. First shade I'm taking is Mute. I'm putting that all over my lips, and when I get to Peachy, I'm just going to take that color, put it in the middle of my lips, and blot it out with my fingers. Alright guys, this is the look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you'll be notified every time I post a video. See you next time.